everybody, and welcome into another edition of the Lake Martin Sports Roundup presented by JR's Sports Bar and Grill right here at JR Sports Bar and Grill like we are every week. Brett Pritchard and Adam Blankenship here with you. Action-packed show tonight. We got a lot going on. A lot is going on today as baseball, softball, everything's getting underway. We've got the wrestling team here who is fresh off a runner-up in the state. They've got the red map here with them tonight, so you'll be able to see that. Finishing second in 6A behind Oxford, who really dominated, the tournament. But it was close between second and third, and we were able to pull out second. So we've got some of the wrestlers here. We got Coach Rensall here, Coach Blake, a lot of the guys here to talk about their meet. 13 out of 14 weight classes represented for the Wildcats. So when you send that many to the championship, to the tournament, Adam, you got a really good chance of winning the thing. You got to send a good number of guys to have a chance to get there. And so we had 13 of 14 weight classes. A majority of these guys are young, sophomores and juniors, so we'll see a lot of them coming back next year and continuing to build. But, I know we said this the other day, but it seems like yesterday Coach Rensall was up here previewing the season.
Yeah.
And now he's up here off of a second-place finish in 6A. So proud of these guys and proud of what they were able to accomplish, because I don't think anybody had them etched to be up there in the top 2 or 3 this year. And they were able to pull it off. And we've got a Little League team here tonight that just won their tournament. So we've got Craig Lee, the coach, and that team here. I just left the Sportsplex, Adam, baseball underway. Unfortunately, the Wildcats dropped the first game of the season 5-3 to Valley. Left bases loaded twice, I think. Weren't able to get guys around. I just left the park. They were leading Davil 4-0 when I left in the second inning. So really turning around. Connor Brooks, Arcade actually on the mound. Connor's at CAC now. Connor wouldn't be back at Benjamin Russell, but Cade on the mound as a sophomore, throwing looked really good in the first 2 innings. So the Wildcats battling back against Davil there in the second game. So everything just getting underway. I think JV won both of their games today on the road. So everything in full effect. The soccer team just got back from the tournament down in Foley. I talked to Austin Till. The boys went 2-2 down there. Play 4 games in 24 hours.
Yeah.
It's a grueling deal.
That's amazing that they're able to do that. With as much running and stuff is involved.
I know
You get in the tournaments later on in the season, it's the same way. It's just not really done like that at any other level, it seems like. But I can imagine the grind.
Man, I know it. I mean,
especially this early in the season.
That's all you do in soccer.
Yeah, especially this early in the season. You got to come in and shape.
Austin talked about it, and I talked to him at church Sunday. He said, man, you find out a lot about your team when you go down to that tournament down in Mobile, and you play some really, really good teams. And the boys went 2-2. I don't quite know how the girls did. I didn't catch those results, so if somebody knows about that, let us know. But everything just kind of exploding right now in full effect. We'll switch over. Central Coosa, boys and girls in the regional final action today. Good news and bad news for Central Coosa. The girls won out of the gate. They beat Gordo 55-47 today at lunch. The boys followed up right after that and lost by a narrow margin, 53-45, to Greene County, who has made numerous trips to Birmingham the last several years. We've called them, and they've won some state championships. So Central, not a stranger to making it to Birmingham themselves, falls to Greene County on the boys' side, but the girls make it, so they'll be up there playing for a state championship.
And that's something that you're accustomed to seeing, at least accustomed to seeing one of those Coosa teams up there. And here we are again. It just shows how good their program is, both sides, all the way through. Always been that way. And I don't think anything's going to change that either.
No, I don't either. But again, it's been crazy weather. 80 degrees today. I mean, you looked at it this weekend for college baseball getting started. I know both Auburn and Alabama were in action. Auburn played Longwood, and Alabama played Valparaiso. And you couldn't have ordered up a better opening weekend. It was cloudy, a little bit rainy at times, but for the most part, it was like 71, 72 degrees. Usually, second or third weekend of February, start of baseball, it's 30 degrees, and you gotta bundle up, and nobody's excited about hitting the ball when it's that cold.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we've been lucky. I mean, like you said, everything's kind of coming. Everything's coming to an end. Everything's starting all at one point right here. So we're definitely busy with that. But the baseball side, like you said, you can't be happier with what you got right now. I mean, this weekend was perfect, to be honest with you. Today, like you said, sunshine, 80 degrees.
Makes me nervous.
You see some of the I know you see some of the images of the Wildcats playing, and they got short sleeves on and stuff like that. It's like, okay, this is finally starting to feel like baseball.
Really feels like late season baseball out there right now. I mean, that's what it was kind of a little breeze blowing. It was warm. Everybody was in shorts walking around out there. So again, it is mid-February, and this has been like the coldest winter we've had in a long time.
It snowed twice.
It's
been terrible.
So now you fast forward to 80-degree weather.
Yeah.
So kind of makes me nervous that it's going to back up and we're going to have another cold spell. It's going to freeze everything and kill it. Usually I have one more cold spell before Easter, Adam. So we'll see. Maybe it'll be out of here. I'm kind of looking forward to some spring weather. I don't like 105-degree weather, but I like the spring weather out there. But, again, we're up here at JR Sports Bar and Grill like we are every week. Longest-running sports program here in this area. 12 years here at JR Sports Bar and Grill. We've been bringing you local action. And I want to kind of go back, and I haven't really thought about it until I just said this. There's been a lot of kids that started when we started this program.
Yeah.
They're in college now.
Yeah.
I'm talking about when we started the program, if they started and we had their youth team up here when they were in kindergarten or first grade, they have graduated now from their respective high schools, Dable, Benjamin Russell, Coosa, Central Clay, Tallahassee, Reeltown, and now they're in college.
Crazy. Time's flying by. And you and Randy get old,
No,
y'all are.
Right.
I'm not, but y'all are.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you got to go have an MRI this week. So
exactly.
don't hide it, Adam.
That's the truth.
Yeah, why you walk by with your cane. So,
exactly.
but anyway, it is kind of mind-boggling to think that, JR Sports Bar and Grill and our programming has been here for you guys for 12 years, for over a decade, and we look to be here for a lot longer. And, I remember when some of these guys out here for this wrestling team were babies.
Yeah.
I mean, I really do. And remember when they were born, and now a lot of them, getting ready to graduate from high school and move on to go to college. It's great to see these kids grow up and become young men and women to go on out and to do big things with their lives. So but we're blessed here to have such great schools in our area, to be able to put out so many great kids and teach them the values that they need. And it just hundreds of kids have come across this stage here at JR Sports Bar and Grill.
There's been tons just since I joined on and got with you guys. So I can't imagine the total number you've had since the beginning and everything. But like you said, some of these kids probably came on when they were in youth ball, and now coming up there when they're in high school, and they're going to move on. It's just kind of crazy how fast everything takes off, and it's just nice to see a lot of these same kids, too, that are playing the youth leagues coming up and getting out here with the high school teams and stuff, too. So.
No doubt about it. But, again, we're excited to have the wrestling team here with us tonight. I know Coach Rensall will be up here. I don't know. What's the order, Adam? How are we going to get everybody up here?
We're going to start off with Coach Rensall and the wrestling team. Our youth team is waiting a little bit. They got some guys coming in because baseball's starting too.
That's
youth
right.
Baseball, so they're waiting. Some have practice for that. So we're going to talk with the wrestlers first, and then we'll bring those on after that.
Okay, so we're going to be heading it up here with the wrestling. And, again, Coach Rensall, what a phenomenal job he's done. Excited to have him here. He was a first-class athlete at Benjamin Russell, and now he's here teaching these young men what he knew and what he's instilled and what was instilled in him long ago. And now he's passing that along to these guys, and it's showing in the results. We're going to go ahead and take our first break. When we come back, Coach Rensall will join Adam here on the Lake Martin Sports Roundup.
A1 Four Seasons, a division of Jackson Refrigeration, is Central Alabama's Alabama Power Superior Solutions dealer. With the summer months approaching, the temperatures are rising, and so will your power bill if you don't have one of the latest 410A heat pumps. With R22 Freon prices on the rise, now is the time to make the switch to a new, more efficient unit that will save you hundreds of dollars on your yearly power bill. Call A1 Four Seasons at 256-234-4457.
Gotta get to Gill's Auto Sales. We can finance, you got to get to Gill's. Selection and price, got to get to Gill's. Gotta get to Gill's. Cars that fit your budget. Service that no one around can beat. Stop by today and test drive the vehicle of your dreams. Gotta get to Gill's Auto Sales. We can finance you. Gotta get to Gill's. Selection and price. Gotta get to Gill's. Gotta get to Gill's.
Main Street Family Urgent Care.
Relief has a new address in Alexander City. Main Street Family Urgent Care is now open across from Walmart on Highway 280. From cuts, broken bones, strep throat, and flu, they can help you heal and feel better fast. Open 8 to 8 Monday through Friday, 8 to 6 on Saturday, and 1 to 6 on Sunday.
Main Street Family Urgent Care. Heal better, feel better fast.
We have a promise to keep with this community, our pledge of respect for your family and your needs in every funeral arrangement.
A funeral is a time that calls for consideration.
For that reason, we won't consider anyone else.
For a full range of funeral services with sensitivity, compassion, and respect, call Radney Funeral Home at 256-234-2511 or Langley Funeral Home at 256-896-2571, your hometown funeral homes.
At U.S. AmeriBank, there's something very different at the heart of what we do and who we are. It's a spirit that also defines our neighbors, local businesses, and communities. Building on our 116-year history in Alabama, U.S. AmeriBank provides something found nowhere else: craft banking. It's an unwavering commitment to handcrafted banking solutions that turns customers into enthusiastic fans. Visit usameribank.com or your local branch to discover the U.S. AmeriBank difference. U.S. AmeriBank. Banking on values. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back into Lake Martin Sports Roundup. I'm your host, Adam Blankenship, now joined by the head coach of the Benjamin Russell wrestling team, Coach Ransall. Coach, it seems like it was just 2 weeks ago we had you up here to talk about, let you preview the season, talk about some of the things that you wanted to instill into the program coming in first year, and now here we are with this trophy right here between us. I mean, this is end of February, and we were just talking about, and I was joking with you about the impact that you've had first year. So talk to us a little bit about this season. You laid the roadmap out before. Talk to us about how you guys adjusted and took that path.
And you're right, it was. First of all, thanks for having us again. Yeah. You had us at the beginning of the season when we didn't have the guys in there, really didn't know what we had coming. Only thing I had to go by was we finished 22nd last year in state and took 12 and only qualified place 1. Yeah. And that's the only thing I had to go by. And I asked the guys on the first day of practice to do one thing for me: just come in and every day give me 100% and buy into the program. And that program was, as long as you learn what we need you to learn at the time and the place when we need you to learn it and do what we ask you to do, you'll be winners. And at first it was a challenge. Yeah. I don't think someone had been pushed as hard as we pushed them.
That's what wrestling does right there.
Wrestling pushes you.
That's the hardest, the most difficult workout, and as far as practice and working out and everything else I've ever been through.
It is a very demanding sport, and I don't think people realize what these young men go through just from a season to season. And not once we finish here, a couple of weeks, we're going to start right back at it.
There you go.
As soon as Coach Savarese give us a heads up and say, hey, you guys can start again, he kind of jokingly about me as we left throughout the tournament, he kept asking, hey, where are we? Mm-hmm. And at the end of it, he said, great job. And I know you guys will be back in next year. I said, yep, we'll start back practice. I said, we'll get back on it on Monday. He said, up. He said, remember, we can't start there. But, no, he said, on the official, you don't supposed to be starting that early. But he was a great supporter of us throughout sectionals and state. We had a great group of parents and followers that follow us via text and track wrestling, and all we heard were great things of what they've seen and what they expect out of this group next year.
This is what people expect from Benjamin Russell Wrestling right here. And I had a feeling from talking with you and hearing people talk about your background and how good of an athlete you were and everything that it was going to get back on the right track, but I didn't expect success to be this quick. And with that being said, you said we're 22 in the state last year. This year, state runner-up?
Last year at sectional, they finished 7th, 8th. This year at sectional, we became a runner-up to Oxford, who was a thrown in outside all year long. Then we took 13 to state this year. They took 12 last year. They placed only 1 last year, and that was 5th place. Yep. This year we took 13 and placed in 7. Wow. And we had two second place, a 4th place, 2 5th place, and 2 6th place. Wow. And you got to remember, only one of those 7 I mentioned are seniors.
Wow.
Is a senior.
That's exciting. That right there, if that doesn't get you excited for next year, then I'm not sure who will.
We have a group of sophomores. We have about 10 sophomores, 2 juniors this year, and about 3 freshmen that have made an impact with this team this year. So we're looking for great things. We had one of the older guys who knew me from when I wrestled with Benjamin Russell. And he's now working with the Alabama High School Athletic Association. He came and shook my hand. He said, it looks like them trophies are going to start going back down towards Benjamin Russell way again, huh?
Where they belong,
Where
right?
they belong. And not only him, I had a referee who watched me wrestle and coach against Coach Busby when he coached me.
Wow.
He came over to the same thing. He said, look, I think you're about to put things back in perspective, right?
Wow.
I said, I'm hoping. If it's God will, and, if the kids stay healthy,
yeah,
and that's God will, and that's what's going to happen.
Well, talk to us about, you said coming into the season, you really didn't know what you had. You really not wasn't sure what you were up against. Was there a certain tournament or a certain time of the season where it all kind of started coming together and your guys, started clicking with them? Is there one moment that sticks out in your head? Or?
Well, at the beginning of the year, every team bump everybody up because everybody's trying to get down to weight. We went up to Hoover, and we wrestled Hoover the very first match of this year. They barely beat us. Yeah. And I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? Then we wrestled a great Vestavia team, and they only beat us by 12, 15 points.
Wow.
I'm like, this is defending state champs in 7A.
Yeah.
And as I watched them over the next couple of weeks, and then we went to our next tournament, and wow, we should have been in the finals of that tournament. We forfeit 4 matches because I had 2 people to get hurt, and one didn't come and make weight. And we finished 3rd in that tournament of 24 teams.
Wow.
And it started clicking to me like, this is a special team. I came in there, I said, guys, you have something special here. Now I need you to go with me. Wherever I take you, just go with me. And they did it. And our motto was, and I asked them, only thing I'm asking you to do is give me what? And they'll tell you, 100, coach. And they did that every tournament. Then we went to a big Hoover tournament. You had teams from Florida, teams from Georgia, teams from Mississippi, and all big 7A schools. And we finished 6th in that tournament. We were the only 6A school that finished that high.
Wow.
Everyone else above us was a 7A school, and everyone below us, the next 3 teams were 7A schools. It was then it clicked. I said, this is the year that we're going to make a run. And we wrestled Oxford in the duels, and they barely beat us again. And we should have been in the finals with them against in the dual championship.
Yeah.
So it just started. They just bought into the program. I had parents to start buying into the program. They made sure the kids were where they're supposed to be, made sure they understood what I expected, and they bought into the program.
That's what it takes. It takes effort all the way around.
And the community bought into it. The community bought into the program. We came from sectionals and finishing 2nd, and I knew we had a great chance at state. I got on my group me, and I was telling parents and telling some other people, look, these kids are wrestling like champions. I want to treat them like champions. I said, if there's any way that I would like to carry them on a charter bus for the first time ever. And you know what? Within 30 minutes, I had a parent saying, I'll donate 1,000, I'll donate 500, I'll donate 1,000. And the community just jumped behind us, and no kids rolled up there like champions, and they wrestled like champions.
Wow. And that's huge because that lets you know right there that there's a hunger for wrestling. Like you said, it's always been huge here in Alex City, and Ben Russell is notorious for having great programs. So
exactly.
It's really, really nice to see it getting back on that track. Talk to us about some of your guys. Did somebody kind of, I'm sure there's some guys that kind of surprised you a little bit, or stuck out in your mind, or all of them? Or?
They all surprised me. I asked them to answer a call, and that sectional answered. We had a great motivational week on sectional week. We had some people come in and talk to them. Each one of them had a quote that I gave them that was given to me during my college years or high school. Throughout the years, people have given me different quotes. So I had about 30 of them in my box at home. So I gave each one of them one that basically said, this is you. And I had them that night before the sectional started, I had them to get up and tell me, okay, you tell the group, what does this mean to you? And then I'm going to tell you what it means as a whole, as a team.
Wow.
And, man, you talking about someone got motivated, and then we read them the battlefield, the wrestle battlefield. Yeah. Right before they went on, they really stepped their game up.
So it sounds like you guys really formed into a family,
and that's
not
all
just a wrestling team.
Wrestling is nothing but a family. Yeah. And without the parents, without the support of administrators, without the support of this community, I don't think any of this would have been possible.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you have a great group of guys. We got some here we want to talk with tonight. Just kind of get their opinion on the season, because I'm sure they didn't know what to expect coming in the first year and everything too. We're really excited the way you guys perform. We followed you throughout the year, and I was seeing the records and everything come across, and I'm like, goodness gracious, like, what is he doing over here?
Hey, the only thing my guys ask for you guys, I'm going to tell you this. They're going to mention it.
All right.
You guys didn't give not one of our guys Player of the Week.
Uh-oh.
Anytime during the month.
All right. Well, I'm going to take care of that.
You need to make sure you handle that.
We'll definitely make sure of that.
Because they said they're just as good as basketball players and football players. So
that is exactly the truth. And it's obvious, too, with the performance that you guys put up all season. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on here and bringing you guys again, as always. Anything we can do to help support the program, let us know if you got camps or anything else coming up this summer.
We will
advertise, promote. You can come on here and talk about it, wherever it may be, and help get that stuff out of the community, because it starts at the younger ages too.
Yes, sir.
And we're just excited the impact that you've had on this first season, and we're looking forward to the future.
Okay, sounds great, man. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. No problem. We're going to take a quick commercial break and be right back. More on the Lake Martin Sports Roundup show right after this.
New year, new you. It's the Start Something New sales event going on now at Bice Motors in Alex City.
It's cold outside,
but the deals are hot inside.
Save up to $13,000 on remaining 2017 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Laramie 4x4.
If you ain't happy,
ain't nobody happy.
2018 Jeep Cherokee Latitude Package, only $19,700.
On the web at BiceChryslerDodge.com.
What's behind the CA?
A world full of opportunities.
Where are you now? Where are you going?
Where do you want to be?
These are all important in determining your path in life.
More importantly, why be ordinary
when you can be extraordinary?
At Central Alabama Community College, you can be anything you wish to be.
Don't put your future on hold, and don't settle for less than excellence.
We are Central Alabama Community College.
Central to you.
Central to your success.
Whether it's a dream house or corporate real estate, Concrete has the skill, expertise, and talent to exceed your expectations. Trust Concrete to build a foundation for your future. Our work ethic and dedication are always in keeping the competition on their toes. We specialize in residential and commercial development in the Coosa, Talladega, and Shelby County areas. Call us today for your next project, 256-245-4211, or check us out on the web at con-crete.com.
If you've ever wanted a Lexus, now is your opportunity at the Reinhardt Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event, the time of the year to get savings on the Lexus you want. With extra inventory, the selection is better than ever on the most popular models. Save thousands with low monthly payments and special financing. Get 0% APR on the ES for 60 months. At Reinhardt Lexus, an opportunity like this only knocks once a year. So find your Lexus today at Reinhardt Lexus, where you'll feel like family.
Find everything you need for the perfect outdoor living space at Russell Do-It Center, like the Fire Rock Outdoor Conventional Fireplace, smartly designed masonry systems that are easy to install and are less than half the cost of a scratch-built brick and mortar fireplace. Weber Grills, the best outdoor gas, electric, and charcoal grills, which always come pre-assembled. Yeti Coolers, premium coolers and accessories that are the ultimate in design, performance, and durability. Russell Do-It Center, experience and knowledge from the pros.
If you've been putting off that new heating and air unit in your home because of the upfront expenses, Williams Plumbing of Alexander City now has primary financing from Synchrony and can now install brand new heating and cooling systems with zero down, longer terms, and a competitive rate. Call Williams Plumbing at 256-329-8488 and get a free quote and terms and upgrade up to $35,000 in work with approved credit. Williams Plumbing stands behind their work with on-time affordable service for all your heating and air needs, as well as plumbing for zero down financing and great service. Williams Plumbing.
Welcome back in Lake Martin Sports Roundup. Adam Blankenship now. Just talk with Coach Rensall about the phenomenal performance that Ben Russell wrestling teams had this season, and now talking to one of our second place finishers, Bobby Charchet. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Hey, man. So, introduce yourself. Tell us what year you are, and what weight class as well. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, my name is Bobby Charchet. I'm the varsity 106 for Ben Russell, and I'm a sophomore this year.
So you pretty much being a sophomore, finishing second state. What kind of expectations do you kind of have? Like, I guess what kind of competition you'll be up against. What are some of the things that you learned this year going throughout the season?
Things that I've learned is weight management.
Has it been pretty tough staying at 106 in that area? Is that pretty tough to stay within that weight range right there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what about, playing for Coach Renshaw? What are some of the things that he brought to the program that you really learned a lot from this year?
Well, Coach Renshaw, he brought us all together, made us a better family.
Mm-hmm. Talk to us about your matchup during state. How did your tournament go throughout? Who did you start out with, and talk to us about your championship matchup?
All right. Well, I think I had a really great tournament at state this year, and I believed I could have won it, but I just didn't have that great of a match for my finals.
Was it a bad matchup, or you just kind of, you just kind of wasn't ready for what he was going to bring? And who was it that you wrestled?
I wrestled a junior from Pinson Valley, George Vasquez, and I haven't wrestled him before. And the first period, I was just seeing how he wrestled, and I didn't go how I shouldn't wrestled how I should have.
But it's nice being a sophomore because you got 2 years that you can use that you learned, to go and get that state championship the next couple of years, right?
Yeah.
Talk to us about your wrestling career. Did you start middle school? Did you wrestle as a kid? How did you get into wrestling?
I started in 7th grade, and the farther in the wrestling I got into, the easier it got.
Yeah. So you didn't wrestle at all until 7th grade?
Yeah, 7th grade is my first year wrestling.
Wow. So you've only been doing it for 4 years, and you're already finishing second in state.
Yes.
Well, that's awesome, man. That's a huge accomplishment. I know we're going to be excited to follow you throughout the rest of your career. Looking forward to you bringing home that championship next year, but congratulations on the success y'all had this year. All right?
All right.
All right, we're going to switch pace. We're going to bring another one of our wrestlers up, and we'll talk to him about his experiences as well. All right, switching gears a little bit, we're going to bring up another one of our wrestlers from the Benton Russell varsity team. Introduce yourself, tell us what year, and also what weight class.
I'm Hezekiah Hunter, 170, placed 4th in state. I'm a sophomore.
You're a sophomore, too, placed 4th in state. All right, so talk to us about your wrestling career. Did you start as a kid? Did you start in middle school? How did you get started?
Well, I wrestled 1 year in City League, then I stopped. Then 8th grade, I started back, then just 19th.
So you've had really, 3 years, and you're already?
Yeah, 2 years on varsity. This is my second year.
You're finishing top 4 in the state. That's awesome, man. So talk to us about the impact Coach Renshaw brought on the program this year. I know things had to be a little bit different with the new coach, everything coming in. Talk to us about how much you enjoy wrestling for him.
Yeah, I enjoyed when he came. When our old coach had left, they gave us motivation to get better and work hard so we can beat them.
Have you had a chance to roll around with Coach Renshaw?
Yes, sir.
Is he still got it?
Yes.
is he strong as a bull? I heard stories. About how good he was back in his day and on those teams that he wrestled on. So he still got it. He looks like he's still in shape.
He looks like he's still fit.
Yeah, I know he is definitely. Well, talk to us about state, man. How did your tournament go? What were some of the things that you ran up against? Maybe you weren't ready for, or?
Yeah. Well, I didn't expect me to do that good at state when I went in. I didn't know I was going to do that good. But first I wrestled the dude. He was all right, but I kicked him. Then my second match, I beat a dude that beat me early in the season. He pinned me, and I ended up beating him 5-4, so I was proud of that. So when I won my second match, I was already placing 6th at state. Then my third match, I lost that and came back and won my other one. So I wrestled 3rd and 4th and lost 3rd and 4th and came in 4th.
So what is that feeling like whenever, like you said, you won that match, so you knew you were going to place? I mean, how good did that feel?
I was like, I can just chill out a little bit. I ain't going to be that nervous. Just go out there and wrestle and give it all.
Yeah. You play other sports as well?
I play football and playing baseball this year.
Are you? So you won't have time to do anything these days, do you? What position you play in football?
Running back.
Running back? Okay. Yeah. I knew that. I was just shaking a wee bit. 170 pounds, you're facing some guys that are huge, right? I mean, in wrestling, 170 is huge.
Yeah, and the most of them seniors.
Yeah.
Well, one dude that I wrestled, he was like, bro, you got it next year. But all of us leaving. I was like, yeah, you right.
Well, man, we're looking forward to following you along. I'm excited about how much Coach Renshaw's brought the program. It's good to see a lot of you younger guys in here tearing it up like this. So congratulations on all the hard work this year, and keep it going with baseball, all right?
All right, thank you.
All right, we're going to switch it up a little bit and bring in another one of our wrestlers and talk with them as well. All right, joining us again now is another one of our Benton Russell varsity wrestlers. Introduce yourself, tell us your name, what year, and what weight class you wrestled in this year.
My name is Ryan Spradley.
I'm a junior, and I wrestle 140.
140. What talk to us about your season? How did you end up doing in state and those type of things?
At state, I placed 5th, but I could have placed higher, but I had to forfeit some matches due to injury. Sectionals, I got 4th, so I improved a lot from last year from where I placed.
Yeah, you can't beat that. What happened with your injury?
I was an AC sprain in my shoulder. I was trying to stop a guy from hitting a switch, and shoulder just went the wrong way.
Those shoulders are no joke, man. But once you hurt one of those things, it is awful, isn't it? I mean, I know you know for sure because you did it. But talk to us about switching things up and coming in with Coach Renshaw. What are some of the things that he brought to the program this year that you really liked?
He brought a winning attitude, and we had a lot of fun. He was kind of a little laid back from the coach from last year. He just wanted us to have fun and win, and that's what we did.
And his experience and his knowledge of the game and everything, I guess, has to be huge. Coming in and everything. What are you looking forward to mostly next year? I mean, are you guys going to go in state?
Yes.
Yes, no doubt. There you go. That's the answer I'd like to hear right there. But I appreciate you coming on and talking with us, man. Congratulations on the great season you guys have. I'm looking forward to following you next year, right?
Thank you.
All right, we're going to switch pace and go back to one more of our wrestlers, and we'll talk with him next. Joining us now with the Benjamin Russell Varsity Wrestling Team. Introduce yourself, your name, the year, and also what weight classification you wrestled at this year. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, my name is Brooks Parker. I'm a senior this year in 152 weight class.
152. Talk to us about your season. Did you enjoy your last year on the mats?
Oh, absolutely. It was a great season up until injuries came later on. I had a shoulder injury 3 weeks before sectionals and then a knee injury during sectionals. And it was looking like I wasn't going to be able to compete at state. And I went to the doctor and got cleared in order to compete. So that was a blessing.
Were you still 100% going into it, though? I mean, I know those shoulders and knee injuries would just lag on forever. Were you 100%, or did you feel like you were 100%?
I wouldn't say so. I guess my body was good to go, but I wasn't in the shape.
Yeah. And wrestling's one of those things where if you're not doing it every day, you get out of shape quickly, right?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Well, talk to us about your season. What were some things that you accomplished this year that you wanted to, or did you enjoy working with Coach Renshaw throughout the season?
Oh, yes, sir. I enjoyed working with Coach Renshaw. He teaches us the basics, and tries to work on our character as a human being and as a man, not necessarily as just a wrestler, but, so you can go out into the world and become an active and good citizen. And I just enjoyed this season because, it was fun. It's always fun to win.
Yeah.
And it was really enjoyable because, you're putting the hard work in and you're seeing the rewards for it.
Now, going from 22nd last year to 2nd this year, were y'all kind of surprised at how quick the turnaround was, or did you know because of the effort you guys were putting in that it was going to happen?
Well, we knew we had a good team this year, but we really didn't know where we were going to fall.
Yeah.
And so to see that huge jump, it boosted our confidence a lot, and it made it very much rewarding. All the hard work we put in, it makes the rest of these guys, I'm not going to be a part of it next year, but the rest of these guys will be able to have a huge confidence boost in order to make a run for the state title next year.
Were you the only senior?
No, sir. We had one more here tonight, and we had 2 other seniors that will be graduating.
Okay. Well, congratulations on a great career with Ben Russell Wrestling. I know you're going to miss it. I know it's probably sad it's the last time you get to get back out there, but congratulations on all the success you guys had, and I know it has to be kind of sweet to finish it off the way you guys did. So, congrats, and appreciate you coming here and talking with us. All right.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah, no problem. All right, we're going to switch it up and come back with another one of our wrestlers right after this. All right, coming back in here and talking with some more of our wrestlers, continuing talking about your guys' season. Crazy turnaround going from 22nd place this year to the state runner-up in 6A. Introduce yourself, tell us your name, what year, and what weight class you wrestled at.
My name is Damian Laurie. I'm a 9th grader, and I started wrestling my 7th grade year.
So I guess you finished up your 3rd year doing everything?
Yes, sir.
Talk about the impact with Coach Renshaw. How was the season, being with a new coach? Seems like he made an instant impact in there. Did you enjoy this year?
Yeah, I enjoyed this year pretty much. I know him pretty well on my family side, so it wasn't too much of a big impact for him to come in and teach us and lead us through this year.
That was a good thing right there then, right? I guess it kind of made it easier for him to push you a little harder, I guess.
He already felt like family, so it wasn't
There you go. So it was nothing personal. And that's what he was saying, too. He was saying that it was more, it's not necessarily a team, it was a wrestling family, basically. And it's obvious because of the success. Talk to us about state. What was your experience like? Do you enjoy that? How'd that work out with you?
Yeah, going back to state, it was a pretty fun time, but you knew you had to get focused for the matches. And we came out there with a goal, and we dominated.
Well, it's a huge accomplishment, man, and it's such a quick turnaround. You're only a freshman, so you got plenty of time coming up. What are you looking forward to most about next year?
Looking forward to the new wrestlers that help us contribute to our new streak.
There you go. Well, you guys are on a good pace. We're excited to follow you, and good luck in the future, all right?
All right, thank you.
All right, joining us now with our final wrestler with Ben Russell Wrestling Team. Introduce yourself, what year, what weight class you wrestled at as well.
Oh, well, my name is Curtis Norris, and I'm 285.
And are you able to hear? Can you hear through the headsets? Yeah. Okay. What year are you?
Class of 2020.
2020. All right. So, coming into this season, did you kind of know what to expect coming in, or was it completely different with Coach Ransall? Talk to us about this year.
It was kind of different because, in the restaurant, we worked even harder and did more stuff than we did last year.
I can kind of get that feel from Coach Ransall. I know his history and background, everything. That he was going to put it on you guys. Was it tough going into some of those workouts and practices every day, or?
Yeah, it was tough.
So talk about wrestling at 285. What kind of competition were you going up against all year?
Like D1 guys and stuff like that, even strong guys.
Yeah. How did you end up finishing on the year?
6.
6. That's a huge accomplishment. I mean, you're looking at, you still have 2 years left?
Yes, sir.
So I mean, 6 in state is huge, right? Are you excited about next year, and that kind of fire you up to get you ready for that?
Yes, sir.
There you go, man. Well, congratulations on a great year. 6A state runner-up is awesome. I mean, especially compared to where it was year before that. So, looking forward to all the great things you guys are doing, and just keep up the hard work, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll come right back more with us with the Bulls from the Youth Basketball League. So, more Lake Martin Sports Roundup show right after this.
At A&M Plumbing, you can count on us for dependable, quality service. Our staff is professional, neat, clean, and courteous. We're a fully licensed and insured plumbing company. Call on A&M Plumbing for any plumbing, sewer, or septic problems. We provide a comprehensive line of plumbing repair and installation services to keep your home's plumbing systems in top order. When you need plumbing service, call on the professionals at A&M Plumbing. Service at its best, when you need it most.
Whether it's a walk-off home run, a game-winning touchdown, or a buzzer beater, make sure Jay's Sports Grill is in your lineup. Located in downtown Sylacauga and a short drive from Highway 280, Jay's has the food you're looking for. Whether it's wings, fingers, burgers, or salads, they have it all. Come bring your family for a great meal, come hang out with your friends for the big game, or call them at 256-207-0700 to place your order. Make sure Jay's Sports Grill is in your lineup.
We have a promise to keep with this community, our pledge of respect for your family and your needs in every funeral arrangement.
A funeral is a time that calls for consideration.
For that reason, we won't consider anyone else.
For a full range of funeral services with sensitivity, compassion, and respect, call Radney Funeral Home at 256-234-2511 or Langley Funeral Home at 256-896-2571, your hometown funeral homes.
So, you may not know it, but you've seen our work everywhere. For a combined 50 years, SignSource has been Central Alabama's premier option for all your sign needs. Custom signs for your business, club, or organization. Wraps and decals for your vehicle or boat. Full-color banners for your big sale, or a photo collage on canvas for grandma. All with fast, friendly, prompt service. Check out our website at signsourcenow.com. 888-533-6758. Go straight to the source. SignSource.
At U.S. AmeriBank, there's something very different at the heart of what we do and who we are. It's a spirit that also defines our neighbors, local businesses, and communities. Building on our 116-year history in Alabama, U.S. AmeriBank provides something found nowhere else: craft banking. It's an unwavering commitment to handcrafted banking solutions that turns customers into enthusiastic fans. Visit usameribank.com or your local branch to discover the U.S. AmeriBank difference. U.S. AmeriBank. Banking on values. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is the Lake Martin area's complete automotive solution. At Walls, you'll find a dedicated staff offering top quality service from routine maintenance to a full engine overhaul and everything in between. Brian Walls and the folks at Walls Tire are local folks that you know, and they provide the best service, always at a fair price. Find out what the rest of the Lake Martin area already knows. Walls Tire is the Lake Martin area's complete automotive solution. Just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Welcome back into Lake Martin Sports Roundup. Adam Blankenship here. Just got done talking with the 6A state runner-up, Ben Russell varsity wrestling team. Craig, they went from 22nd last year to second place this year. I mean, the turnaround those guys have all young. I think there was maybe 4 seniors. So they're going to have a bright future coming in. It'll be fun to watch them. That Ben Russell's known for a great wrestling program and everything, too. So, hats off to those guys on that. But we're going to switch gears a little bit. Got you guys 8U boys champions basketball. Talk to us about this year, man. I mean, I've heard stories all year long. Heard about how good y'all were. I see you got the Bulls on, so bringing back some of the Jordan days, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, it was all fun. I had a really good group of kids and parents. They all showed up for every practice and games that they could. The flu virus was, out and around, but I think we only actually had one kid not to make one practice or one game. So, but they, it was so fun coaching these groups of kids because, they continually got better throughout the year. Yeah. And I was just so pumped every game when one of our players that hasn't scored all year scores a basket. Yeah. And you're just seeing how excited they get. I mean, it makes it worth it.
Yeah, definitely.
That more than anything was what made it worth it for me.
Talk to us about the competition. How many teams did y'all play against? How long was the schedule? Did you guys start out hot, or did you kind of get better throughout the year? How did all that come together?
We actually, we did start out very well. We ended up, we had a practice game before the regular season started, and we actually played the league champion that game and won. It was a close game. And then the very next week we played them again and beat them again. But hats off to Wesley Coleman. He, put together a good team, great coach, and, just came back and ended up winning the rest of his games throughout the season. And I had to get my hats off to Harvey, too. Harvey was a good coach. He was right there the whole season. We came into the playoffs in second place, and, I mean, we – just proud of my kids. We ended up going out there the last game, and it got so much fun to just put everybody out there and let them play. I mean.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do. This is the age, too. They're trying to figure it out. They're trying to decide if they like basketball or not. So it's really cool to kind of get them at this age and teach them a good bit.
Yeah.
What, how do you feel about the youth basketball coming up to the high school level? Are you seeing a lot of participation from the kids throughout the different age groups and everything? And what's your take on youth basketball in LT right now?
Well, it's kind of hard to say. I've talked to my brother about this on a couple of occasions. Luckily, there's been other leagues, around the city that's actually helped keep basketball going.
Good.
I think the city's on, the right, moving forward, trying to build it back up like it was, but it takes time. It takes a lot of work and getting the word out there and getting with all these other leagues. And I'm not trying to tell the other leagues to stop doing what they're doing because obviously they've been doing something right.
Yeah.
But maybe somehow, bringing them all together to have where they're all competing against each other.
I agree with that. I agree with that. I think that's the best way to do it. You play – everybody play each other, get the best versus the best. And I think when we were kids and playing – everybody played in one league.
Yeah.
You had the all-star team. You had a legit all-star team because you had some really good guys out there.
Yeah.
The ones who didn't make it, didn't make it.
Yeah, and we have some, a group a good group of kids in All-Stars right now, and I'm sure they do for every age group. But think about how much better Alexander City would be represented going off to these tournaments if we had every kid in the city to pick from. I mean, I don't even think it would be a competition.
I agree. I've always thought that. I think it's best to unify all of them and play them together because you said, and then plus they'll get used to playing with each other.
Yeah.
You don't want these kids to show up in middle school and say, okay, well now he's played in this league, he's playing this league, she's playing this league, and now y'all got to figure out how to do it. Start at a young age. That's the way it was when we were, coming up and playing. And I feel like we had really good teams back then because of that.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good idea. It's nice to hear somebody else say that because I was kind of thinking the same
and
thing. I don't know why basketball is like this. It's just different.
It's the only sport, and I'm not taking away from Upward. I'm not taking away from, Northside, and all these other different leagues because, like I said, without their, participation, basketball would be downhill.
Definitely.
Now, the city's turning it around a little bit, but like I said, I think they need to come together and unify one league.
Exactly.
And that way, like I said, you have the best of the best going to represent
sitting there
LC.
playing in the tournaments and doing everything too.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
And I think, they've been doing it for so long that they could work together and build it to where we're bringing tournaments into here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, we got the facilities. We got the place to do it. We do it in soccer. We do it softball and baseball, everything else. Why not, man?
I don't know.
Basketball's not going anywhere. Coach Daniel at the high school is big about getting involved in the youth, and he's talking about doing more and stuff like that too. So I'm sure he'll be for it as well.
Yeah.
It's just time to kind of bring it all together and make the programs and build our program up for the long run.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think that's the way to do it. But
yeah.
Talk to us about this year. Just you talking about some of your guys coming in, maybe hadn't scored any points at some point. Now they're starting to come around. Do you think a lot of your kids started liking basketball more by the end of the season, or?
Man, I think that they really all just enjoyed it the whole year. I try to make it as fun, and you gotta. I hate to say it like this. I know it's for the kids, and I know it's not about winning, but you got to teach them how to be competitive. You got to let them know that you need to go out there and win.
Exactly.
It's not all about winning.
Exactly.
But
a big part of it is.
It's a big.
You learn a lot by winning.
It really does. You don't want to go out there and lose, and I mean, you don't want to be a sore loser either. But at the same time, you want to try to teach that mentality. Look, go out there, work hard. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is get out there and practice, show up for the games, learn from your mistakes, and get better.
Exactly. I've always been ultra competitive, and like you hit on the head with, it's not always about winning, but it's a big part of it. And the even bigger part is learning how to lose.
Yeah.
And learning how to lose whenever you put a ton of effort into something is something huge that you can carry on in the long run.
Yeah.
As life goes up. So I think that's great that we push that because we live in a world now where everybody kind of likes participation.
Yeah.
Like participation trophies and those type things.
And I'm so competitive that it's kind of hard for me to sit back and, not show my emotions. But, I mean, it's just that's the way I was brought up, and unfortunately it kind of sometimes puts me in a bad situation. I may look bad, but, I mean, I'm not trying to come off in that manner. But, I may. And I'm sorry, if I did do that. But, anyway.
Yeah, that's what it's about. And the kids pick up on it, too. They want to be competitive. They want to play. And if they want to play at a high level and compete for championships and stuff in high school, middle school ball, whatever it may be, they're going to have that same kind of fire. So I think it's a good thing to have that.
Yeah.
But, Craig, I appreciate you coming on and talking with us, especially, talking about unification of the leagues. I agree with that 100%. I've thought about that this year as well, but we're going to have some of the guys come up here and bring your kids up here and talk with them and get some pictures and everything. But congratulations on the big season. Look forward to following this age group all the way up to the high school level and see what you guys can do.
Yeah, and I just wanted to, shout out to the wrestling team as well. I talked to Coach Ransall for a few minutes earlier tonight, and it's amazing going from, 22 to 2 in 1 year. And he actually said, I think they only – is it 4? Or I thought he said 2.
Seniors, it could be 2. Yeah, I talked to one. I think the other one wasn't able to make it. So
I mean, it's exciting. He said he talked to the coach from Oxford and said, hopefully we're here again next year. And he said, no, y'all be here again next year. So.
I mean, that's amazing. And he did it too by going out. They wrestled on some big tournaments in Hoover and those type things. So facing that upper level competition, that's what's about.
I mean, I've been saying this for years, and it's going to take, like Coach Ransall said, Eric Gregg and people like that are bringing their kids up at this age,
Yeah.
the 7 and 8 year old group, and just building them, and it makes Coach Ransall's job a lot easier by him doing that.
You're exactly right, and great job of that. But it also comes back to the parents too. These youth leagues where you guys volunteering your time and teaching these kids whatever sport may be is huge.
Okay.
So thanks for doing that and keeping that stuff within the community as well. So
Well, thanks.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break and be right back with you on the Lake Martin Sports Roundup show right after this.
With the boat season winding down and the weather getting cooler, it's time to let Alex City Marine on Cherokee Road and winterize your boat and get ready for the off-season. The good guys can make all your off-season repairs, winterization, and upgrades easy and on budget. Remember, now's the best time for used boat prices and selection, and you can even pre-order next year's Landau pontoons and quality Suzuki outboards to get the perfect fit for next spring. Service, sales, and value all this off-season at the place the locals know, Alex City Marine. And don't forget to order your 2018 Manitou pontoons now.
LMG Advertising Agency offers a comprehensive marketing solution tailored to each of our clients' needs. We are a full-service marketing firm offering website design and development, video production, social media marketing, search engine optimization, and overall branding that includes logo design, brochures, mailouts, and more. Our experienced team of marketing professionals would love to come up with a marketing strategy that will deliver results for you and your business. Learn more at lmgadagency.com or call today to start at 256-825-0197.
Lyman Ward Military Academy is currently accepting applications for fall enrollment, with cadets reporting on August 19th. New drone and STEM programs added to the curriculum for the 2017 and 18 school year. If you're looking for structure, one-on-one academic help, athletic excellence, as well as leadership training, Lyman Ward is the school for you. For more information, visit our website at lwma.org or call our admissions director, Wynn Fletcher, at 256-675-6269.
Why buy your next car from Lynch Nissan of Orange? Find everything you need for the perfect outdoor living space at Russell Do-It Center, like the Fire Rock Outdoor Conventional Fireplace, smartly designed masonry systems that are easy to install and are less than half the cost of a scratch-built brick and mortar fireplace. Weber Grills, the best outdoor gas, electric, and charcoal grills, which always come pre-assembled. Yeti Coolers, premium coolers and accessories that are the ultimate in design, performance, and durability. Russell Do-It Center, experience and knowledge from the pros.
When you're born, you're really young. You're like 0 years old. My grandma tells me to quit growing up so fast. But what can I do about it? My mom keeps throwing me birthday parties.
Russell Medical, comprehensive care in your corner of the world.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Lake Martin Sports Roundup show presented by JR Sports Bar and Grill. Phew, man.
Exhausted. That's what I was just telling you. I'm not sure how
up here, and I was exhausted. So, but, man, it doesn't happen very often that you get well, let me strike that. Benjamin Russell's known for state championships in wrestling.
It's just been a while.
It's been a while. And, we held the record, as I just talked to Coach Ransall about, the most in the state. Until here recently, Vestavia has passed us now, and they have one more than us.
Wow.
So we got to get it back. Now, the good thing about what you just had up here with you is a lot of these young guys are going to be around for 2 or 3 more years.
A lot of young guys. Oxford, they're hungry, too.
Well, Oxford, the team that was in front of us, lost a lot of their key guys.
Yep.
Now, that doesn't mean that you automatically get boosted right up there to the top, but we've got some guys, Adam, let me just say this. In the 8th grade class that will be coming up to the 9th grade, that will have an immediate impact in some of the weight classes that they need help. The 126 where they missed a guy, DeMarcus McNeil is probably going to fill that spot. That's the running back for us in 8th grade. It's just phenomenal. He's so strong and low center of gravity, and he's excited. That's just one of the guys that are going to be coming up and filling some spots and really giving some depth to this team that's already got some really good wrestlers. So, it's exciting to see. them have a runner-up finish behind Oxford. They wrestled them very close all year. I think they had a couple of dual matches with them this year, and they were right there neck and neck. And so exciting times, man. I think
it really is.
I think we got a chance to see a blue trophy come across this stage, maybe two here in the next few years.
I don't doubt it at all. That those guys have bought into what Coach Renshaw is selling, and some of the guys are even saying, I asked him, I was like, did he ever get in practice and roll around with y'all a good bit? And he said, oh, yeah.
Look at him.
He's still got it. So that's what I told him. I said he's still jacked right now.
Hey,
he
no
looks like he
question.
could.
Well, let me tell you about Ben Blake, Michael Renshaw, and I don't know who else helps him. But those two guys right there, man, Ben coached Braden in football, and he's one of the assistants. Man, he's who you want, man.
You got to be hands-on.
He's who
these
you
guys
want.
are.
Those are the kind of guys, when you let them out after school or you go during, spring break or whatever, and you leave them with them, you feel great about who they're around. As a person, as a coach, they're going to push them. They're going to get everything they can out of them, but they're going to put their arm around them and they're going to care about them and tell them, I'm doing all this to make you better. And Coach Renshaw wrestled in the program. Ben wrestled in the program. They understand what it takes to be really good and to get them into the top. And that's what they're instilling. And I know Coach Renshaw probably told you this up here when y'all talked, but he said the number one thing he asked everybody when he came in is if you ask other teams around the state about us, what was the thing they'd say? He said, we were out of shape and we couldn't finish.
Yeah.
He said, well, guess what? We're going to fix that problem right now.
Yeah, there's no excuse for that, right?
Yeah, the endurance factor went out the window. And when they fixed that, he said, if you finish matches, that's almost 75% of the battle.
Yeah.
And he said, we're going to finish matches. We're not going to be that team that's pointed out. It's the same with our football program. The reason Benjamin Russell, Adam, has been so good in football for so many years is because we're going to play you to the last whistle. Mm-hmm. And nobody's going to outwork us in the off season. Our weight program's going to be top notch. Our cardio program's going to be great. Our guys are going to be in shape in the fourth quarter, and we're going to last. And we're going to be hitting you as hard in the fourth as we hit you in the first quarter.
You got to do, too.
And, just having that mentality is why you win a lot of games. And so that's instilled in all our programs. And Coach Brooks does the same thing in baseball. You went through the program. You know about it. So our softball program, so we can just go through all the programs. I know we're running out of time, Adam, but you did a heck of a job tonight getting everybody in. I want to thank Craig and bringing his team up here, the Bulls. I know we didn't get a chance to really talk to the kids, but got a picture with them, got to hear from Craig, talk about them winning their tournament. So just a lot going on in town right now. Make sure you get some schedules. If you want to cover or want to go out and watch some of these teams, I know they'd appreciate the support.
If this weather keeps up the way it is, you got to go out and watch some baseball and softball because it's perfect right now. And like you said, there's no telling how long it's going to last. So get out while you can. Get outside.
No doubt about it.
Go watch some of these spring sports. Tons of fun.
Absolutely. That's going to wrap it up here from JR Sports Bar and Grill. For Adam Blankenship, I'm Brett Pritchard saying we've enjoyed it. We hope you have. See you next week for more of the Lake Martin Sports Roundup.
At US Ameribank, there's something very different at the heart of what we do and who we are. It's a spirit that also defines our neighbors, local businesses, and communities. Building on our 116-year history in Alabama, US Ameribank provides something found nowhere else: craft banking. It's an unwavering commitment to handcrafted banking solutions that turns customers into enthusiastic fans. Visit usameribank.com or your local branch to discover the US Ameribank difference. US Ameribank. Banking on values. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
New year, new you.
It's the Start Something New sales event going on now at Bice Motors in Alex City.
It's cold outside,
but the deals are hot inside.
Save up to $13,000 on remaining 2017 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Laramie 4x4.
If you ain't happy,
ain't nobody happy.
2018 Jeep Cherokee Latitude Package, only $19,700.
On the web at BiceChryslerDodge.com.
What's behind the CA?
A world full of opportunities.
Where are you now? Where are you going?
Where do you want to be?
These are all important in determining your path in life.
More importantly, why be ordinary
when you can be extraordinary?
At Central Alabama Community College, you can be anything you wish to be.
Don't put your future on hold and don't settle for less than excellence.
We are Central Alabama Community College.
Central to you.
Central to your success.